Hello. Commitments. That's what we're talking about today. Commitments. Hi, young boy. Welcome in. Hello. I'm just doing some sharing. I'm Danielle. Welcome in. Hold on. Let me just share to a few people. Welcome in. Anyone who's coming in, I don't see y'all names because I'm sharing. Hi, Virtual. Welcome in. Virgil. Sorry. I just butchered your name. Welcome in, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let me invite a couple more people. Where is she at? We gonna invite her. Welcome in. Hello, y'all. Hi, Sean. Hi, Puerto Rican. Hi, Rosalinda. Hi, Prophet. Hi, O'Neill. Welcome in. Hi, Melinda. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome in, Dallas. Welcome in. Welcome in, Chocolate Man. Hello, Prophet. How are you? Malachi, I love that name. Hello. How y'all doing? Had to push my chair up. How y'all doing? Hello. I'm so excited y'all are here. I decided to go live earlier today to try to see if we can get some crowds. Y'all go ahead and, before we get started, check in. I am doing great. Thank you so much for asking. Thank you so much for asking. Thank you. Hi, Shirley. Y'all go ahead and tap in with and get your daily heart me. Welcome in, Asia. Hello, hello. Hey, y'all. I am so excited that y'all are here. I'm excited. Thank you for the follow. Y'all go ahead and get y'all daily heart me first and then tap the screen so we can stay on that For You page. Welcome in, Country Mama. Hello, hello, Wes. Hello. Hi, James. Hi. I am so excited that y'all are here. If you're new to this page, which you probably are because I usually go live a lot later in the day. But if you're new to the page, I am Danielle. I am Danielle Elizabeth. I'm a mental health therapist and I am located here in Nevada. Hi, Chrissy. And I am so, thank you. I am so excited. Thank you. See, sis know what to do. She come in, she get her daily heart me. Make sure you get your points before you go. Thank you for the follow, Nina. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you so much. Hi. Thank you for the gift. Thank you for the rose. So if you are new, this page, I keep wanting to say channel because I'm also on YouTube, so follow me on there too. Hi, TJ. Welcome in. I am. You what? What I miss? Oh, you're new. Welcome in. You're not new. Hi, I'm glad to see you and I appreciate the good information you provide. You're a blessing. Thank you. Wow, I know I'm getting popular, Asia. Hello, welcome in. Chrissy, you're so kind. Thank you so much. I'm gonna pin y'all. Y'all get Chrissy on y'all team. She's dope. Grab her up. She's dope. Y'all make sure y'all get her on y'all team. Again, if you're new, I'm seeing a lot of new faces. That's why I keep repeating myself. We'll get started here in a second. Hi, Phoenix. Hello. Thank you. Hi, Maddox. Hi. Hi, Bex. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow, Pamela. Thank you for the follow, Phoenix. Thank you. Hello, Miss Frida. Welcome in. Welcome in, A-Cross. Hi, how are you? Y'all come in. Y'all make yourself. Please introduce yourselves. Don't be rude. Say hi. Say hi to me. Okay? Say hi. Get y'all daily heart me. Hi, Kit Kat. Hello. Hey, y'all. I'm so happy y'all here. Thank you for the follow. Hi, LaShonda. Did I say that right? I hope I did. I love that name. Yes, For You page. Let's go. Yes, come through, Cali. I'm right here in Nevada. Yes, come through, Cali. Thank you for the rose. Thank you for checking in. Thank y'all for speaking when you come into the room. I like to make sure I acknowledge as many people as I can because it is important that we all feel seen and that we all feel heard, right? And so, if you're new, this page is really a lot about mental health, a lot about the challenges that mental health brings, a lot about welcome in arrival, a lot of challenges that comes with mental health, as well as some tools that can kind of help. Thank you. As well as some tools that can kind of help us to balance that mental health. So today we're talking about our commitments and how keeping our commitments to our commitments, how that is important. Yay! Happy anniversary! Yes, and I hope you have a blast when you get here. Oh, thank you. Thank y'all so much. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I hope you have a blast. Oh my goodness. Happy anniversary. That is so dope. 42 years. Hi, Genesis. That is so amazing. That is so amazing. I love marriage, y'all. Marriage is so cool. So, again, we're talking about keeping our commitments to our commitments and what that looks like. And hi, King. And also, too, the challenges that kind of come with that. Again, if you're coming in, please say hi. Please welcome yourself into this room, knowing that you are to be seen. Hello and heard. Hi, Destiny. Hello, hello. Florida Rican said hello, everyone. Okay. Thank you, Lisa. Welcome in. Thank you, Sid. Oh, that is gorgeous. Thank you so much. Girl, you got me out here clowning. Oh my goodness. That was so sweet. Hi, Precious King. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Okay, y'all. So let's get into it. Let's get into the challenges. Let's get into the benefits. Let's get into what all comes with keeping our commitments to our commitments. Again, if you're new, this page is about mental health. This page is about how to overcome and challenge your mental health. What you doing? We're in the process of talking about that. Hi, user. Hi, Becca. Welcome in. We are to really challenge sometimes. Hi, Haley. Challenge sometimes our thinking. Hi, Joey. Welcome in. So sometimes we are to challenge our thinking and to challenge our behaviors because mental health will sometimes have you thinking that you are not as amazing as you are. or that you are not as capable as you are. Hi, Lauren. Hi, Apostle. That you are not as. Thank you for the share, sis. Hi, Erica. Welcome in. That you are not as strong as you are. And we don't want to subscribe to that way of thinking. We don't want to adhere to that. Welcome in, Angela. Love don't cost a thing. Hello. So if you're tracking, if you're a person that kind of keep notes, if you're like, oh, this is a topic for me, and you feel like you can resonate a little bit, I am going to be going through some points. And so welcome in, David. Hello, Coco. Those are going to be some things that you want to track, okay? And so the first thing I will always say to remember, and those who are not new, let's go. Y'all, we got 15 people in the building. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all make sure y'all continue to share the live, continue to like the screen. Yes, follow. Thank you for the follow, Nancy. Keeping our commitment to our commitment. Hello. Welcome the North Twins. Hey, everyone. Hey. Hi, Judah. Okay. So, number one, thank you. Y'all check in. Y'all get y'all daily heart me. Make sure you get your engagement points before you check out, because that helps you. That helps me. And the algorithm kind of notice what we're doing. Hi, Fishbone. Welcome in. Thank you, sis. Yes, good afternoon. Make sure y'all get y'all points. After you get your daily heart meet, get your points. So then that way you can have that. Hello, good afternoon, D squared. Hello. How are you? Welcome in. Okay, y'all. So thank you. Okay. Thank you for the team bracelet. I appreciate you. I just love y'all so much. Y'all are just awesome. Y'all so awesome. When it comes down to keeping our commitment to our commitment, we have to understand that inner conversation is number one, because that's where we're going to have our biggest trouble. Okay. Yes, I'm glad you're here. That inner conversation will have us feeling that we are defeated when we're really not defeated, that we are overwhelmed when we really have a little bit more left in us. We want to make sure that we keep that in mind. I just came up with the thought, so I want to make sure. Hello, welcome in, Big Bear. Welcome back. Okay, sorry. I had a bonus and I want to make sure I write it down for y'all get it. And I don't get too excited with all the people coming in. Hello, Monica. I'm doing great. How are you? Thank you so much for asking. Thank you for the follow, Money Man. Hi, Peace. Welcome back. Okay, so when we're keeping our commitment, we want to understand that inner conversation struggles. I have a little bit and I went from. I am so glad you said that, because honestly, Kit Kat, I am sorry. Having an autoimmune of any sort is a doozy. And to do that and to also exist, and I applaud you. So let's start there. Hey, LeBron. Hello. How you doing? So let's start there. I want to applaud you there, okay? Hi, Boundaries. Boundaries, yes. Hi. I love that name. we want to acknowledge that first, okay? And then secondly, what we want to do is, I did not a class, but I was on live last night and we talked about mirror work. Are you familiar with mirror work? Because I believe that you can benefit, that mirror work will be very beneficial. And if you're not familiar, I can tell you about that a little bit. Hello, everyone. Hi. Yes, mirror work. That is what we talked about yesterday. And sorry, y'all, dropped my pen. We'll talk about mirror work in 1 second. I want to get our 3 points out, or our points out, and then we'll do mirror work. But I'm just making a note right now to go over mirror work so that we go back to it. Hi, beautiful. Okay. So number 1, if you're tracking, controlling that inner conversation. Yeah. Yeah. That makes it really challenging when you have to grieve yourself, when you have to grieve a part of yourself, when you have to grieve that part of you while still trying to embrace the part of you that's still here, and that dynamic, that takes so much psychological work. And so that's the reason why number one is number one, because that inner conversation can get really loud. That inner conversation can get really bold and honestly, I say all the time, the inner conversation get real disrespectful. Y'all continue to tap the screen. Thank y'all so much. Y'all continue to tap the screen. Hello, Nilis. Hello, welcome in. That inner conversation is something. Hi, Willie. That inner conversation is, hi, Shawanda, is one that is very difficult. Is one that is very, it is a daily task. It is a daily task. Hi, Shawanda. Hello, how are you? Hello. How y'all doing? Thank you for getting the daily heart me. And so we want to remember that mental health checks in every day. If you're on my live a lot, you'll hear me say that quite a bit, because that's just my motto. That's just something I came up with from a very personal and professional standpoint. Mental health checks in every day. Mental health don't give breaks sometimes when we need it. And sometimes when we need it the most. Mental health clocks in. Sometimes mental health will pull a double. Okay? So we have to clock in for ourselves. So we have to show up for ourselves as well. Okay? If this is helping anybody, go ahead and share the live. If this is beneficial, go ahead and tap the screen. Tapping and sharing is free. Or a triple. Yes. I done had mental health do an all-nighter, baby. And I'm trying to figure out, when are you leaving? When? Yes, or a triple. You're so right. You're so right. And so we want to make sure that we show up for ourselves. We want to make sure that we are thinking about what we're thinking about as we show up for ourselves. Because that inner conversation is 85, maybe even a little higher, 85% negative. That inner conversation gets really Debbie Downer, and I don't even want to use people's names. It gets really the glass is half empty type thinking. I'm going to set a goal really quick, y'all. And then I'll get back started. Okay. So we want to continue to remember that We want to continue to remember that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you just killed that. Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hi, Antonio. Dang, you killed that. I appreciate you. Okay. The second thing, if you're following, Ricky. The second thing, if you're following, hi, Haley, is reparenting. Hi. Thank you. Reparenting. A lot of people, if you haven't heard the term reparenting, if you haven't been on my page before and heard me talk about reparenting, hi, best friend, then we can definitely go into it. Matter of fact, I'm going to go into it anyway because this is a new crowd. I'm usually on a lot later. And so I'm going to explain a lot of what some terms that I might use. So if I say anything that is like, well, what's that? Or what's she talking about when she say this? Then definitely feel free to comment in the chat, and I will dissect and go into more detail on anything that I speak on today. So the second thing, hello, welcome in. So the second thing is reparenting yourself. When we are keeping our commitment to our commitment, it is vital that you also understand that you have to reparent yourself. If you have gone through any form of trauma, any form of drama, okay, any form of dealing with your mama in some ways, all of that, okay? If that's hi Jamal, welcome back. If that is something that you maybe have struggled with, or your father, let's be clear, keeping your commitments will be really challenging for you if you skip that step and don't reparent yourself. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in, Santana. God bless you as well. Thank you. Okay, so when we are reparenting, some people are like, okay, reparent, what are you talking about? Reparenting yourself. Thank you for the share. So reparenting yourself is important, is vital, because when you have gone through traumas, when you have gone through things, hi, Shimmy, welcome back. It makes it difficult to believe that you are capable of doing what you're attempting to do. It makes it difficult for you to firmly stand on and believe that. Thank you for stopping in. We appreciate you. God is good. Welcome in all the time. Okay, welcome in. So when we're talking about reparenting ourselves, we want to make sure that we understand the purpose of reparenting ourselves is to show up for our current self the way that our younger self needed someone to show up. Did y'all get that? Does that make sense? We're going to show up. Reparenting is showing up for your current self the way your younger self needed someone to show up. Clock it. Okay? That's what reparenting is about. Y'all continue to tap the screen so that we can stay on the For You page and people can, this might help someone. Someone might need to hear this. I hope this is helping the 5 people that are in here. I appreciate you. But y'all, when you see those numbers, then more people get in here. People just like big numbers. So just continue to tap the screen and check in. Comment below if you can resonate, if you have questions. So then that way the algorithm kind of knows that we're in here and we're chatting about something important. Okay. Thank you for like tapping the screen, Kit Kat. I appreciate you. Okay. So again, if you're following, we're on point number 3. If you're following, we want to, as we reparent ourselves, we want to then, which is point 3, create new norms. Okay. We want to create new norms for ourselves. You know, what maybe was once normal for you. New concept, but reparenting makes sense. Yes, I'm so glad that you were able to resonate with it. Yes. It's definitely a new concept, and it is important for our inner child. So another thing that we talked about is inner child work. And so that is how reparenting kind of stemmed from that. I just personally feel that it's necessary when we are creating new habits and again, creating new norms. I appreciate you still being in here. I did not forget about mirror work. When we're creating new norms for ourselves, we want to get rid of those old truths. Hey, Ma. We want to get rid of those old truths. The truths that tell us that we're not capable, that we're not. Hello. Y'all tap in with my first subscriber. Y'all grab her up. She is loyal. This one right here, Woman of Prayer, is loyal. If you need some engagement in your room, there's somebody you want on your team. Okay. So again, side note. So again, y'all think about new norms, and creating new normals for yourself really does. It allows for you to get rid of what once was. It allows you to get rid of what you once believed was so true. What you once believed couldn't be different. You know what I mean? I don't know if you had any of those truths where you're just now starting to let go of like, well, wait a minute. Maybe mom or dad or grandma or my ex-husband or ex-spouse, ex-wife, maybe they were wrong when they said that. Maybe I'm not that type of person. Perhaps that doesn't fit me and I'm not that individual. You know, welcome back. Hi, Ultimate. You know, perhaps that's the case. And so when we forget that and we don't remember that, we'll be holding on to truths, and sometimes for most of our adulthood. And we don't want to do that, especially when it doesn't serve us. Especially when it doesn't serve us. Okay? So the fourth thing is forgiveness. Thank you. The fourth thing is forgiveness. Kit Kat, I appreciate you for still being here. The fourth thing being forgiveness is we want to forgive ourselves. We want to forgive ourselves for things that we didn't know. Things that we know now that we didn't have access to then. We want to forgive ourselves for that. And that's what I mean by reparenting. Because if you were a child who, when you made a mistake, your mistakes were magnified, it might be difficult. It might be difficult to be able to forgive yourself. Because if you were never taught how to properly forgive yourself, you might struggle as an adult to show up for yourself in that way. Hi, Dennis. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Hi, Tammy. Welcome in. Thank you for liking the live. So we want to make sure that we learn how to forgive ourselves, especially if that was not a skill that was taught to you by your guardians, by your caretakers, by your parents. So ask yourself, and I'm going to ask you, do you know how to forgive yourself? Do you struggle with forgiving yourself? And if you do, yeah. Some of us were not taught how to forgive ourselves. And a lot of times we were taught, whether we were verbally taught or taught by learning, that your behavior, especially the behavior that doesn't align with the goal or the plan, that somehow mattered more than than the lesson. And as an adult, I want you to understand that the lesson matters. The lesson matters more than the mistake. Okay? Don't beat yourself up for something that you didn't know at the time that you now know. I'm going to say this quote. If you cannot be your greatest ally, you do not get to be your toughest critic. You don't get to beat up on yourself that way. Welcome back, Beauty of Ashes. You don't get to beat up on yourself that way. Thank you, Harley. So be very careful. Be very careful on how you treat yourself. And think about how you're treating yourself, especially when you think you haven't shown up for yourself in the way that you wanted to. Especially in those cases, really watch how you treat yourself. Thank you for the gift. Really watch how you treat yourself during those times. Welcome back, Emily. Okay, so forgiveness is important. And so then my bonus, welcome in, sis, you made it. My bonus one is being self-full. And it's so crazy. Hey, this is the one that's crazy. You came in. Sometimes when choosing ourselves, we are oftentimes telling ourselves and or being told that we're being selfish when we choose ourselves. That we're somehow being inconsiderate or to some sort for choosing ourselves. Welcome in, Mandy. And I am here to tell you that is the furthest thing from the truth. Hi, Sequoia. I love your name. That's the furthest thing from the truth. Yes. And that's why we're going to swap out that word today. If you're following along, if you're paying attention, we're going to swap out that word out of our vocabulary today. And we're going to switch selfish to self-full. Okay? Hi, Kendra. Because when we make sure that our cup is full, when we make sure that our cup has enough to sustain us, has enough to hold us, that's not being selfish. That's making sure our self is full so that I can be able to support you, so that I can be able to show up for you, so that I can be able to keep my commitment to myself first and then keep my commitment to you second. Y'all get that? Hi, Tricky Vicky. Hi, Kendra. How are you? If you take care of yourself, vessel, it can serve its purpose. Yes, exactly. And that's very difficult to do. That's very difficult to do if you feel that doing that is somehow wrong or inconsiderate again. Hi, yes, you are new. I know I am so happy that you're here. So I usually go on sometimes a lot later. So I was like, let me go in earlier and see how many new people I can get. See how many people. Yes. So I am so excited that you're here. Welcome. I'm Danielle Elizabeth. I'm a mental health therapist here in Nevada. Welcome in. Been there, done that. Welcome in. And I'm so excited that you're here. Today we're talking about keeping our commitments to our commitments. Okay? That's the title for today. That's what we're talking about. And we are so excited that y'all here. Y'all make sure y'all say hi to Kendra. Show her some love. She came in the room, introduced herself. Yes. Thank you for the follow. Yes. Hi, Rosa. Okay. So, for those who stayed in here, we were talking about mirror work. We were getting ready to talk about it. Before we talk about it, y'all tap the screen. Let's see if we can get to 8.5K real quick. Let's see if we can get to 8.5. Hi, Valerie. Okay, mirror work. Yes, let's talk about mirror work. That is just such a powerful, life-changing, game changer. Welcome in, Amanda. Hi, Love Bug. It's a game changer, y'all. I'm so excited. It's a game changer. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. So again, mirror work is for anyone who falls into any of these categories. Our thing is for everyone, don't get me wrong. And it really is for people who, it also helps people that struggle with self-esteem, self-worth, self-confidence. If you struggle with negative inner conversation thoughts, like negative thoughts, mirror work is for you. Hi, Erica. Welcome back. The mirror work can benefit if you struggle with holding on to other people's truths about you. Mirror work. If you struggle with guilt or shame, mirror work. Yeah. So if I'm in good company, if we're in good company, then let's go ahead and get into what mirror work can do, and what it looks like. Okay. So if you're following, so we got two different lists going here, but if you're following mirror work, there are three sentences. There are three sentences that you want to say while in the mirror. Okay. So the first sentence starts off and it says, and you would say, I'm proud that, or I'm proud of you that. And so you will say your name. And so I'll do an example. I'll say, Danielle, I'm proud. Hi, Mr. Mississippi. Danielle, I'm proud that you keep your commitments to your commitments, right? I can say that, I did that today. Okay. And you want to think about, welcome back. You want to think about 3 to 5 sentences, okay, for each phrase. 3 to 5 sentences, okay? Hello, how are you? I'm doing great. How are you? 3 to 5, okay? So the first one is, I'm proud that, Okay, and you say your name each time. It's important to say your name, because in saying your name and while in the mirror, you're activating your subconscious. You're activating the part of you that also might struggle to hear some of this. I want to give also to another tip is when you're doing it, maybe do it in the bathroom and have the water running, so that you can drown out that inner conversation. Because mirror work sometimes get really difficult and really challenging, because that inner conversation get really loud, as we talked about. That inner conversation gets really disrespectful sometimes, right? Okay, so the next sentence, if you're following, the next sentence is, I forgive you for. Okay, so we'll have the mirror and we'll say, Danielle, I forgive you for. Danielle, I forgive you for falling behind on paperwork, right? I can say that. I can say that I forgive myself for that and let it be okay. Okay? And again, we want to think about 3 to 5. So I'll say, Danielle, I forgive you for this. Danielle, I forgive you for that. And so on and so on. Okay? And then the last sentence is, I commit to you. And so again, we'll have the mirror. Hi, user. We'll have the mirror. Danielle, I commit to you that I will show up for you every day. Okay? That's a commitment that I will say to myself as I make that commitment, saying that I'm going to be able to show up for myself in that way. Hi, user. Okay? So when doing mirror work and saying these 3 sentences, 3 phrases, and making them into a sentence, we want to be in the mirror, because we're able to activate as many senses as possible. So we're able to see, we're hearing, we're able to activate as many of our 5 senses as possible. And when we can do that, hi Travis, when we can do that, then it allows for us, it allows for that information to get into our long-term memory. Okay? To get into our long-term memory. And so we want to be, hi Candy, we want to make sure that we can activate as many. Sometimes I'll even give myself some physical touch while doing it, so I can activate as much. I want it all to go to my subconscious. I want it all to go into, hello, welcome in. You're new here. Hi. Welcome in. Y'all say hello to Candy. Thank you for the follow. Okay. We're talking about so I'm Danielle. Let me introduce myself again. I'm Danielle Elizabeth. I am a mental health therapist here in Nevada. Thank you so much. And today we are talking about keeping our commitments to our commitments and the challenges that kind of come with that, the benefits that come with that, some skills and tools that will help reassure that we finish that. Yes, let's go, y'all. I think we just got to tier 1. I think I do. Honestly, I'm new to this. This is my first month, y'all. I decided to go live every day for the month of April. And I just got on TikTok the last week of March. Okay. So please forgive me if y'all feel like Yes, but I think I do have a bio. But sometimes people, sometimes if we don't want to read or we don't feel like reading or we just trying to figure out, hey, what you talking about? Tell me what you talking about. Tell me who you are. So sometimes I like to do that. Yes. So did the mirror work make sense, D squared? Oh, I do. I thought I did. Hi, Mary. Okay. So we talked about quite a bit. Let me see how long we've been on here. 45 minutes. That was an awesome 45 minutes, y'all. That was an awesome 45 minutes. Let's see. Any questions before I say anything else? Any questions? Yes. I love it. We are here to support you. We are here to support you in doing that. You are deserving of doing that. Yes. Hi, Willie. Welcome in. Yes, you're so deserving of doing that. Thank you for the follow. So when we are talking about our inner conversation, hi, Alice. I want to go back to that inner conversation because that inner conversation is what makes suicide a thing. That inner conversation is what makes depression, maybe I shouldn't have said that. That makes unaliving yourself a thing. Hi, Christopher. Making depression and anxiety and self-doubt and complacency, that inner conversation is responsible for a lot of that. Thank you for the follow. Hi, Foxy. And so we want to make sure that we think about, as I'm going to say again, we want to make sure we think about what we're thinking about, because when we spend time on a daily basis challenging that inner conversation, and it's almost like, because the inner conversation is almost like a TV, just, you just kind of have the TV going and no one's really watching it, but it's just going. That's what that inner conversation essentially is. And you can start to hear what that inner conversation is saying about you if you decide to listen. Okay. So true. I wake up out of my sleep every morning around 4. My mind races with everything that's wrong. Yes. Oh. Yeah. That inner conversation in the morning, and I just want to challenge. Thank you for the rose. I just want to hold on, let me pin your comment. I just want to encourage you to, I'll say, when I first wake up in the morning, when we all first wake up in the morning, those first 20 minutes, our subconscious is the most activated. Our subconscious is the most impressionable at that time. And so when that happens, we want to make sure that we are pouring into ourselves during that time as much as possible. Even if it's not the voice of ourselves. Maybe we're not in a position to say to ourselves, I can make it, I could do this. Perhaps though, you can listen to someone who can encourage you, who point into you, who believes in you. And hold on to their belief until you can believe it for yourself. Okay, let me see. Did I miss anything? The first 45 minutes after waking. What do you mean, D squared? Kit Kat, I'm so sorry for your loss. This is a challenging field. I absolutely love it. I do. I love what I do. I love being able to work with children. I love being able to work with adults and couples because it is an honor to see people show up for themselves on a daily basis. And it's hard for many. The first 20 minutes is the window where we're most impressionable. The first 20 minutes, our subconscious is most impressionable. So when you wake up and you barely woke your eyes, think about what's the first thing you do. Think about, y'all commented below, what's the first thing you do when you first wake up? Like literally. I don't want to cover my mouth so I don't throw out any the first 20 minutes. So again, we're barely woke. We still kind of have sleep. What's the first thing y'all do? Check to see, okay. You have twins? I'm a twin. I love twins. Thank God for waking me up. Yes. Hello, Justin. So again, when we first wake up, we want to make sure that so a lot of times I will hurry up and click on, I don't know if anybody is familiar with Les Brown. He's a motivational speaker. He reminded me of who I was when I once forgot. Twins in the building. Come through, multiples. Come through, multiples. Yes. I have an identical twin sister. We're 7 minutes apart. Oh my goodness. I have a twin brother and we are 17 minutes apart. That is so dope. And my twin has twins and triplets. Y'all, I know. Twins and triplets. And 5 singles. But, so a total, or 4 singles. So a total of 9. Yeah. That is a very busy household. Yes. I told him he needs to get on TikTok because I'm like, you got a lot going on. You got a lot going on. I'm the only person in my family with twins. Yes. No, he has twins. Maybe I'll get my own set. So, sorry y'all. I get so excited about multiples. Thank you. Welcome in. Hi, Aaron. Okay. So, where were we at, y'all? Okay. What we were talking about, though, thank you for the share. Thank you. The first 20 minutes. Amen. Hallelujah. Thank you so much, sis. The first 20 minutes. Yes. So when we can instantly, whether it's prayer, whether it's something that pours into, something that challenges that inner conversation, something that causes you to rethink that negative thought that's been ruminating or constantly going on in your head about yourself. That's the time we want to challenge it. That's the time we're most impressionable. Okay? So we want to show up for ourselves in that way because as we said earlier, the our our mental health checks in every single day. Every single day, our mental health checks in. And we want to make sure that we show up for ourselves in that way. Hi, Solo Mom. Welcome in. We want to make sure we show up for ourselves in that way. Yes, that is honestly what most people say. A lot of people are like, I grab my phone, and that's the first thing. And if you're not grabbing your phone so that it can pour into you, maybe perhaps putting it to the side. Hi, how are you? You're new. Welcome in. Y'all say hi. We got a newcomer. Social media, emails, yes, can be very draining. And draining because it's to take. It's designed to take. So we want to make sure that we are making a deposit. We don't want to make a withdrawal that early. We want to make a deposit into our emotional bank. We want to make a deposit into our well-being. We don't want to withdraw. And social media or getting on the phone or even waking up, anybody wake you up out of your sleep and they call you with some information that's maybe not so positive, a lot of times it controls the spirit of your day. So be careful on what you do the first 20 minutes. Okay? I get really passionate about that. So y'all be careful about that because mental health can be so, as I say, disrespectful. We want to be careful and we want to make sure that we clock in for ourselves. Otherwise, it will be a discrepancy. Email saying bills are due all Drake. Woo, baby got a light bill due. Telephone disconnected. Okay, let me get back. Okay, yes, I understand, sis. I try to avoid screens and listen to something positive on waking up. Yes. Thank you, sis. Welcome in, Miss Mocha. Ruins the whole, just throw it away. Yes. But we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. What we want to do is, as D Squared was saying, try to avoid some of those things that will trigger us to kind of put us in a different headspace before we even get a chance to start the day. And if that's the case, because sometimes, right, we just can't help it. Sometimes it just happens before we can even think about it. In those cases, what we want to do is start to look at those situations in isolation. Y'all see how Miss Mocha just come in, get her daily heart me. She shared the live. Yes, she's so dope. Welcome. I appreciate you, sis. Y'all go ahead. There's somebody y'all want on y'all team too. Okay. So y'all think about that. Thank you for the share, Candy. Headed back to work, but I appreciate what you're pouring out. You were taking a break and you stayed. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate you so much. Yes. And I'm so glad. Welcome to the community. I hope you have a great day at work. I love dolphins. I love dolphins. Thank you. Thank you so much. Y'all are so dope. Yes. Y'all, we got 19 new followers. Let's go. We got 19 new followers. I am pushing hard, y'all. I'm pushing hard to get to that 1K. I believe that what I have to say, people can hear, that this will be helpful, that this will be beneficial to someone. And I appreciate all of the shares. I appreciate all the likes, all the hearts, all the gifts. I appreciate every single last one of y'all. I have to, any more questions? Because, welcome in, Gina. Y'all, I just realized that I have to probably hop off soon too, because I need to go to an appointment. So I might have to hop off soon. But I think I'm gonna start going live earlier. I think that will probably be best. That if I start going live a little earlier, maybe we can get some more people in here. What y'all think? Hi, Angel. Welcome in. Did I say your name right? Thank you. Thank you for the rose. I did. Yay. Yes. Welcome in. How are you? How you doing? I know a lot of people be at work, so I guess it just depends. I know. It's a catch-22. Hi, Nielsen. Welcome in. Okay, y'all, for those who are new, I'm going live every day for the month of April. Thank you so much for the follow. You just became my 20th follower for today. Thank you so much. Hi, Ashley. Welcome in, Ashley. Thank you so much. Hi, Pickleball. Yes, y'all are so dope. Y'all so dope. Y'all so dope. So, and we got to 19.2K. Let's go. Yay. Thank you for joining the team. Thank you for joining the team, Candy. We appreciate you. Y'all see my hearts? We appreciate you. Ashley, thank you for liking the live. Welcome in. Welcome in, y'all. I am loving the girlies in the building. I am loving the girlies in the building. Yes. We're in here. I'm loving it. I am loving it. For those who, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. Yes. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. Oh my goodness. Y'all are so generous. Y'all just bless my whole heart. For real. Yes, popular. Yes. I want to be popular. Yeah, thank you so much. That makes me think of the song from Wicked. Thank you so much for doing that. Hi, Shelly. Welcome in. 20.3K. Let's go. Yes. Y'all making it hard. I don't even want to get off. I want to stay on. Let's go. I know. The only thing is that I have an appointment. Like, I really don't want to go. I just have to go. Yes, you've been going for 2 months. That's what's up. Let me follow you, Candy. I'm gonna follow you back. Angel, did you hear what we talked about? I want to give you a little snippet of what we talked about if you're up for it and you get more viewers. Yes. Okay, yeah, you did just get here. Okay, let me give you what I like to say. the microwave version. Let me give you the microwave version, okay? So we were talking about keeping our commitments to our commitments. And so we had 5 points that I kind of went through in more detail to help keep your commitment to your commitment. Thank you for the share, Shelly. Welcome in. So the first thing is controlling that inner conversation. Controlling that inner conversation. Really thinking about what you're thinking about, okay? The second thing was reparenting yourself. So again, showing up for your current self the way that your younger self needed someone to show up for you. Okay? And I'm going super fast, but I promise you I'll go over it. I might get back on here after my appointment, y'all. The third thing was creating new normals for yourself. So creating new normals for yourself. Getting rid of old truths, old beliefs. Getting rid of that. The fourth thing was forgiveness. And we're talking about forgiveness of self. So taking the lesson and leaving the rest. Leaving the shame, leaving the guilt, leaving the blame. Okay. And then the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you, Christina. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. The fifth thing was how to be more self-full. So a lot of people think about when you're taking care of yourself, when you're showing up for yourself, that you're being selfish. When in reality, you're being self-full. You're making sure your cup is full so that, welcome back, Eco. We're making sure that our self is full so that we can give to others, so that we can show up. So that we can show up for others. Yet we don't want to pull from an empty reservoir by doing that. Okay. And then we also talked about, thank you for staying and letting me explain it. I appreciate you. For those that just came in, I go live every single day for the month of April. And I think I'm going to commit to going live earlier in the day for the rest of the month because I kind of go a little later here. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate you. Okay. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, Shelly. So y'all make sure that y'all... Thank you. Thank you for the TikTok. Yes, Anthony came in and showed out. I appreciate you, sir. Okay. Okay, y'all. I appreciate y'all. I heart y'all so much. Engagement. Yes. Shelly is dope. Shelly, I'm gonna have to follow you back. Thank you, Eddie. Welcome in. Thank you for getting your daily heart me. Welcome in. I am doing great. How are you? I'm doing great. Yes, Alabama. Come through, Alabama. Thank you. Thank you, Mom, for popular. Thank you. Thank you for checking in. Yes. Y'all get y'all daily heart me. Y'all make sure y'all get your engagement points before the live is up. Make sure you get your daily engagement points. Engagement is key on here. So y'all make sure y'all engage. Okay. Hi, Prophetess. Welcome in. Yes, engagement is key, y'all. That's how we get That's how we get and stay on the For You page for more people to kind of know what it is we're doing, what it is we're talking about, who we're trying to help. You know, you never know who may need to hear this, but they don't know if we don't share. So we have to share, okay? Thank you. Thank you for the follow, Ashley. Thank you. Thank you for sharing the live, Eddie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, y'all are so amazing. Y'all are so dope. So dope. Yes, y'all are so dope, y'all. Yes, I have 40. Y'all, we got 42 people on the team. 42 people on the team. Y'all think we can get to 50? Let's try to get to 50. Hi, Miss Seeley. Welcome in. Let's try to see if we can get to 50. Yes. I'm so glad y'all are here. Hi, how are you? Hello, Handsmaid of Miracles. How are you? Y'all get y'all daily heart meet. Check in with your host and get your daily heart meet. Thank y'all for saying hello. Yes, I'm so glad y'all are here. Oh, thank you. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hey, how was your day? My day has been great. It is 2:15 here. Hi, Tara. What is a daily heart meet? So that's where you check in with your host. You see that heart right here? It's where you're able to get your engagement points. So once you click on the daily heart meet, you get engagement points that you collect, and then I get engagement points as well. So then that way when you go live, it helps to show that you have engagement points. Hello, thank you for the follow. Thank you. I hope that made sense. Again, that's my understanding. That's the best way I could explain it. Again, I am less than a month new. So I am into TikTok world. Hey, Chevy, welcome back. How you doing? Now, Ryan Neon, you make me want to sing. I can shoulder lean. I don't know how to dance though. Okay, y'all. I appreciate. Hi, Heather. Y'all are making this hard. Oh, TikTok filtering my comments. How you doing, Anthony? You just wanted to see my face? Hello. Thank you for coming in. Did you get your daily heart meet, Chevy? Come on. You can do it. Let's get it. Yes, thank you for the roses. Thank you for the roses. Thank you so much for the roses. Yes. Okay, y'all. Y'all making this so hard. Thank you for the follow. I thought you followed me already. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. I'll follow you back. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, y'all. I am going to go to my appointment. This was such an amazing live. I am so happy that y'all are here. I am happy that y'all came. I'm happy that those that came through, those that stayed, those that commented, those that shared, those that passed through, I appreciate you. I want to say my motto before I leave. I like to say my motto before I leave. If there is no enemy within, then the enemy outside can do us no harm. Thank you. Again, if there is no enemy within, then the enemy outside can do us no harm. I know I gotta go. I gotta go to an appointment, but I might hop back on. So y'all give me like an hour. If y'all want me to come back, I can come back in an hour. Amen. Ashe. What y'all think? Y'all say come back in an hour. What y'all think? Y'all gotta hurry up. Come back in an hour. What y'all thinking? Okay, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna go to my appointment. Yeah, come back. Okay. All right. I will be back in an hour. Okay, y'all. I'll see y'all later.